Hey guys, we're here at High Caliber Karting and Entertainment in Okemos. It's located inside the Meridian Mall. Um, this is the first time I've ever been here. I know this place has been here for a little while. I think it used to be a Mervyn's or a Yonkers or something like that. But I decided to head out here with my buddy Nate and give this place a shot. This was shot the Saturday after Thanksgiving, so I think it was November 30th. Um, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, um, I went to another indoor kart track that I'd never been to. It was Grand Rapids Grand Prix, which is right down the street from my house. And unfortunately, I left my camera at home, so I got no footage of that track. But they're both set up similarly as far as scoring, and the carts are similar. These are looks like some sort of a storm cart. The ones that Grand Rapids Grand Prix uses are SOTI. I had no complaints here today with the way any of the carts handled. They all handled differently, but all of them handled well. That being said, I'm not really sure that this is a place I'm going to spend my money again. It was more expensive than Grand Rapids Grand Prix, and if I remember right, I think it was about $55, maybe $65 for 3 races, and technically all 3 races we had cart issues. You can see my buddy Nate in the background there. During this race, it was only the 2 of us. So we really had no idea that there was a actual problem with his cart, but it was shutting down on him, and he thought that they were controlling it. And so when it was going fast, it wasn't an issue, and so we just kept racing, and we raced the whole time, which was great. These races are supposed to be 10 minutes, and we got basically all 10 minutes of our time. With that being said, because it was only the 2 of us out here, we had no idea that he was having a major issue. I got the cart during our second race, and it kept shutting down on me, and we were out on the track with, I think, 4 or 5 other people during the second race, and the cart would shut off in the middle of the corner, and then you'd just get punted into the wall by whoever was behind you. So we had some issues there. Yeah, like I said, this was the first race of the 3, and he and I are just out here hot lapping it, and really just trying to figure out the track, figure out the carts, figure out the fastest way around. I ended up setting the fastest time for the day on our 3rd race. During this race, I set the fastest time of the day also, but it was early in the day, so no one had really set a fast time. But yeah, I really like the track. Like I said, I like the way the cart's handled. But there's a big issue with how they run things here, and that is everything is based on a set time that you're supposed to go in and start your race. So I might be wrong in saying this because I didn't time it out exactly, but basically you're given a window. Your race is scheduled at, say, 2:15. At 2:10, you have to go in there and be ready to go, and they give you roughly about 5 minutes to get whoever was racing before out of the carts, get you loaded, and get started. So, you know, working on a time system like that, there's no room for issues. So, you know, when you're out here during a 10-minute race and somebody's cart has an issue, they shut everyone down because they have to open up the wall and get you in there. But yeah, they end up shutting you down, and your time keeps ticking. So this heat, obviously, we raced the whole time because we didn't know there was anything wrong with his cart. If you keep an eye on it, you know, you'll see he'll be flying, and all of a sudden I catch up to him. You know, that cart was technically much faster than the one I'm in, but it kept shutting off. So, you know, what ends up happening when someone has to swap a cart out, you know, it takes at least 2 minutes to do that. So you instantly lose 2 minutes of your 10-minute time. Well, based on the roughly $60 for 3 races, you're paying $2 a minute to race. So, you know, when you lose 2 minutes, you know, you just spent $4 to sit there. And I've got a real big problem with that. I don't, it really kind of irritated me that, you know, what should have been 30 minutes of racing, I got about 22 and a half minutes of footage out of. And again, not even that was all racing. So it's like I said, I've got kind of an issue with that. You know, to me, basically, I lost a whole race for my money. So, like I said, I'm not sure that I'm actually ever going to come back here. I had a good time, I enjoyed it, but my money is better spent elsewhere. You know, like I said, because of this race and us not stopping, you know, we technically had 2 races where we had issues, and so, you know, to me, that's 67% of the time there's a cart issue. Now, in reality, it was 100% of the time. Based on that, it's not worth my time and money to come here. So, you know, I'd like to be able to say something a little better, but I can't. There was no offer of an extended race, which I understand. You know, they've got themselves pigeonholed. You know, there's no way to get around shutting us down at a certain point because, you know, there's another group of people waiting, and they've got a set time that they're supposed to run as well. So, okay, that's one thing, but to take, you know, people's time and money without giving them anything in return, you know, it doesn't sit well with me. There was never an offer of a payback or anything. So this is the second race. The first roughly minute and a half, I was having issues with this cart shutting down. I mean, you can see it doing it right in these corners. The cart was shutting down on me, and I couldn't even show you guys the video because the whole time I was swearing constantly, and yeah, I just ended up having to cut the whole thing. So what they did is, you know, the guy standing on the track or on the side of the track says, "Oh, it's your fault. You're hitting the brake and the gas at the same time." Well, my foot wasn't even touching the pedal. It's definitely the cart. But you know, he wanted to have it checked out, or have me check it out, go one more time, and see how it went. Well, there you see me shaking my head. I'm giving them a thumbs down. It's done. So they sent me around, and that cart sitting to the left there, they had me bring that cart back in, and then they put me in that cart that was right up front. So I got all buckled in, ready to go, and they tell me, oh, we can't get this cart to work either. So I had to get out of that cart and get into the one that I'm currently in. So during this race alone, we lost 6 minutes of racing time because of cart issues. And there was no offer to let us race another race for free, nothing. You know, if they wanted to keep a customer, you know, that's a good way to do it, because you take more than half of my time because of issues with your equipment. That's a problem. So anyway, this is the last, you know, roughly 2 minutes of this race, and yeah, you guys can just kind of watch. I set the fastest time in this race during the last lap, so watch that one. So this is our third race, and this one was kind of fun. Yeah, we had, I think there was maybe 6 of us out there total, and this is Nathan, or Nate, right in front of me. Best friend for my whole life, so those of you who know him know that he goes by Nate, but I still call him Nathan because that's what I was called when we were kids. But watch after this airplane. So I'm guessing that the person that totally blocked him was the person that ends up causing this slowdown. So they had to swap their card out too, and that lost us another 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I think. But anyway, we were able to get going again, and this was actually a pretty fun race. We had a good time. You know, there was lots of lap traffic to play with, so you know, it made it a lot more entertaining, at least, and probably more entertaining to watch. But you know, he started out in front of me again. I'll get around him pretty quick. But so, talking about Grand Rapids Grand Prix now, because you guys already know my opinion on this place. Good track, carts handle well. Issues with their carts would make me not come back here again. Grand Rapids Grand Prix. I raced 3 races there, never had a problem with at least 3 people on the track at the same time every race. And that place is awesome. It's got two different levels to it, with a transition that you can almost catch a little air on. Carts are similar in speed. They both places do right around 45-50 miles an hour. So they're going pretty good. And I had such a great time at Grand Rapids Grand Prix. For those of you guys that actually race with me, I am going to be trying to set up a race there I'd like to get about 15 of us and rent the track out for an hour. That if we've got about 15 of us, we'll rent the track and should keep it under $100 for that hour for everybody. I'd like to do just like a 5-minute qualifier maybe, and then like a 45-minute straight main race, so that, you know, we can do more of like an Ironman event. I don't particularly like doing the 10-minute races. It seems like almost always by the time I get the kart figured out, it's the last lap. And so I'd like to get a little bit more time on one specific kart and be able to actually figure out the fastest way around the track for that kart and, you know, race for position rather than what we do here. You know, we're racing for best time. Well, that's great in the scheme of things because you're racing on like a national level. These types of kart tracks, K1 Speed is probably the biggest one like these. They do like a national points keeping system, and basically at the end of the year, if you're in like the top 50, I think, across the nation, they fly out to Vegas, or I think it was Vegas, but basically they do a giant race for the best drivers in this series. So, you know, that sounds really cool. But yeah, like I said, you know, that's really based more on who can get the best time, which is awesome. But when you're racing with your buddies, you know, you're really more interested in who won. It's not about times as much as it is who's in what position and who can hold that position the longest. So, you know, that's what I would like to do for Grand Rapids Grand Prix. So if you guys race with me and, you know, you have my contact information and stuff and you'd like to join up for the Grand Rapids Grand Prix thing, hit me up, let me know. I've got I think 6 or 7 guys that are for sure want to do it. So that's not an issue at all. I don't think it'll be hard at all to fill 15 seats. But yeah, so I'm gonna let you guys finish watching this. There's only a couple more minutes left. I'm gonna quit talking. I hope you guys enjoyed the video at least. You know, sorry to the high caliber guys for the review, but you know, different experience would have given you a better review from me. It is what it is. So thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and be watching for some other videos. I've got a Holton Loop video and a Little Manistee trail video that I have to go through and get posted. I'm not making any promises on time for it, but keep your eyes peeled. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see it, and have a good one.